Being a Chevening scholar is like achieving a medal in your field. It's a brand that helps to open doors that may be difficult for others to open. My background is journalism. I worked in all facets of journalism and media. And then I went into corporate communications, and initially into the water sector, working with the management contractor for Ghana Water Company, Aquafitans, and then the next 10 years in telecoms, at the Chamber of Telecommunications, where I was the founding chief executive and subsequently as the chairman of the National Communications Authority. And now I'm a communications consultant, working for the government of Ghana. I heard about Chevening from an officer of the British High Commission who thought that I would make a good fit and that I should put in an application. So I did, and then I was selected. This was in 1990. And looking for opportunities to improve myself and be a better journalist than I had been the previous 5 years, in spite of having won Journalist of the Year, I think in my second year as a journalist. Cardiff has an excellent communications and journalism program. So I applied for it, and I loved Cardiff. I recall whenever I would come to London, I was eager to return to Cardiff. I had a great time, both with my colleagues from different parts of the world. We learned a lot. I specialized in print journalism. But of course, on weekends, we had a great time as well. So we learned hard, but we did not forget to have a good time. There was a lot of practical work. For example, I did a bit of photojournalism, and it meant going out with a camera. I had an excellent lecturer and teacher and instructor. And I came away with a skill as a photojournalist that I mean, I'd never done photography before, so that sticks in my head. Also working in groups with people obviously from different parts of the world, bringing different perspectives to bear. So of course you share yours as well. We also went on tours around the country, visited Northern Ireland, went to Belfast, stayed in a hotel called the Europa, which is famed as being the most bombed hotel in the world. But it was an excellent program. Went to the Giant Causeway and a few other cultural places in Ireland and elsewhere in the UK. We had an excellent experience. Being a Chevening scholar helps to open certain doors and give you certain opportunities. I've had opportunities to interview certain people in the British establishment that I believe that, having been a Chevening scholar, played a role in it. I've met or interviewed the former Prime Minister Boris Johnson, Baroness Amos, the founder and chairman of Virgin, Richard Branson, and so on. And I was approached, I think 3 years after I returned. I became a columnist of the year. I think the year I took up the Ghanaian Chronicle, and we became the first newspaper to go online in 1993. That's 30 years ago. The first newspaper in Ghana, and I believe one of a few in Africa at the time to go online. at the helm or leadership of their fields that are scholars. The likes of Cabral Bliame here, through the years, David Ampofu, Bernard Avle, Richard Sky. There are people in banking and medicine, engineering, community work, and so on, who don't necessarily have a public profile, but who are no less impactful in their community. I hope that there's an opportunity in the coming years for bigger numbers, bigger cohorts, so that more young people, mid-career professionals will have the opportunity that we have had to work and study in the UK, expand their network, learn about other people, other countries, other cultures, other ways of doing things, return and bring that back home, because we need a critical mass of leaders in all our fields in order to make a dent and impact